Leslie Ariola, a student from an underprivileged Salvadorian school, never imagined that she would be playing the German composer Karl Orff's masterpiece Carmina Burana. She is a violist in this 200-member youth orchestra comprised of children and teenagers like her from 40 schools in poor and violent neighborhoods in San Salvador, the country's capital. Here we can see her rehearsing with the orchestra, along with the 250 members choir, whose young singers are also chosen from the very same schools.
In the beginning I was interested in violin, but there was no room for me in that class. I heard the teacher playing the viola and I liked how it sounded, and because it's not common to see people playing it, I decided to play it instead. I like classical music because it relaxes me.
The Symphony Orchestra and the choir were started in 2011 by Salesian father José María Moratalla as a mechanism for preventing crime in El Salvador, one of the most violent countries in the world according to UN reports. The project took off after receiving financial support from the World Bank, whose representatives fell in love with the idea of reducing crime and violence through music.
There's nothing to be lived more passionately than art, and so it becomes an exceptional means to prevent violence.
Since the 90s, this Central American country has been facing a huge problem of street gang violence, responsible for many of the killings in the country. Many of these students, and now young musicians, would have probably fallen into the grip of gang violence if they had not found in music an exit door towards a better future. Jamin plays the clarinet and is fully committed to this project. He doesn't have time to messing about. Instead, he's discovering art, culture.
They teach us how to play an instrument and teach us about education and culture. The program keeps us off the streets and out of trouble. Playing in the orchestra keeps you away from all that.
The orchestra's home is inside this building complex called Polígono Industrial Don Bosco, where poor children and teenagers receive education and training in mechanics, welding, carpentry, etc., to have a better chance in life. This center, founded by Father Moratalla, is located in Comunidad Iberia, a crime-ridden barrio in eastern San Salvador. The myth prevailing in this country that classical music is enjoyed only by the rich has proven to be false, says trumpet instructor Diego Hernandez.
I think it's a cultural problem to think that many things are for the wealthy. And that's what I like about this project. We're trying to give poor people access to this type of education, which is good for everyone.
These young musicians feel confident that projects like this can make the difference in this country, if the government and other institutions do something similar, but on a much grander scale. Edgardo Ayala, Catholic News Service, San Salvador.